Hello, I have spent 33 seconds of clearing cat fuzz hair off of my face. You know how it like tickles your eye and your nose and upper lip? I had to show her attention before I started the video, and that attention lasted a long time, and now there's cat hair all over me. So it's gonna be a miracle that my face is not even red. I can still feel cat hair. I want to talk a little bit about the energies that we've been going through. In the beginning, when the energies would shift on Earth, my moods would change, but I didn't correlate the two until recently, and then more so even more recently. I had noticed that when the numbers climb high, that I become extremely negative. I mean, I am negative, and my thoughts are extremely negative. It's horrible. It's scary, horrible. Well, this last time kind of confirmed it for me greatly. I was almost 2 weeks into very negative thoughts, and those thoughts were scary. Now, I'm not talking psychotic, schizophrenic thoughts. I'm talking, I don't even want to say on YouTube, but it was really bad. And then when the numbers went back down, well, let me back up a little bit. For that week and a half, almost 2 weeks, that is when the Shumann resonance was showing what looked like a DNA strand. For I noticed 2 to 3 days, but I didn't check right away, so I don't know how long that was. But when it went back down to it was 199 when it was that DNA strand look. And then when it went down to 9. And then my mood started picking up. And I was thinking at work yesterday, I think it was, about that energy bombarding thing and how it affects me. I was thinking horrible thoughts for so long that now that I'm over that, I'm like, why was I thinking these horrible thoughts? And it's kind of odd that the energies affected me that way. I'm like, what about these energies make me think in that manner? And I don't want to think that way. When I first started realizing it, it wasn't so high, and it would only last a day or two, 3 days max. And when I came out of it, I realized the energies were low, and I'm sitting there thinking, why in the world was I thinking like that? In the past, I will say, I thought of that often. I'm just floored at how it affected me so negatively. And why would I think that? Just because the energies were high. This morning, I felt pretty good. A couple of things at work had irritated me a little bit, but that I can blow off, no big deal. But when I got home, I started realizing, crap, I feel down again, and I'm not saying depressed or anything. And I looked at the Shumann resonance, and lo and behold, the number is 99. And I'm like, please help me. If it keeps going up, please help me. And I threw that thought out there. And of course, they hear me talking to you that I will need help if that happens again. And I'm not even exaggerating. I will need help because those thoughts were very bad, and I just can't say on YouTube what it was. But I'm sure with me saying very bad, you know what I'm talking about. I know there's only 4 of you now. It used to be 10 or more. But over time, my viewers pick up to a little over 10. But if you don't mind, comment below if you experience these things. And is it common? Do the earthlings feel the same? Because they acted like their days were perfectly fine. And I paid attention to a lot of people at work and everything. And I'm like, wow, why are these people not affected? Why am I affected? So let me know if you go through the same thing. I'm really interested in knowing. So Giuseppe suggested a video for me. I think it was a video or sound that I plan on listening or watching here shortly, and I hope that it works next time. I'm going to end this right now, and I'm going to pick up again in the morning. A lot of my time was taken for the cat, I felt like I've neglected her the last couple of days, especially when I went through that negative thought process. I was angry on top of the negativity. I just didn't want anything interfering with me completely. So it's not like I neglected her, not at all, but I was more on edge with her. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't mean to her or anything. I would pet her, but it was very short-lived. It wasn't like I pushed her away when I was done. And it was like she kind of knew. I would pet her and I would love on her. And when I would stop, I think she knew and she went off on her own. But then later I would approach her and again, pet her again and just to show her it's okay. And then when we go to bed, that's our cuddle time. And I call her in, well, she's already in there, but I call her over to me closer so we could cuddle. And we go to sleep, cuddling. So like I said, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to start on this video again tomorrow and see how that goes and what information I have for you. I still haven't had another visit. If I had, I don't remember. And I'm sure that happens often. So I'm not going to send you, no, I will. I'll send you love, light, and peace, but I'm not saying goodbye. I'll see you in the morning, or rather tomorrow when I get off of work. I'll talk to you soon. Hello. And Mouse says hello also. It's been a couple of days, and well, since I started the video that you just watched, it's been a couple of days, maybe even 3 days. I have been trying to deal with the things that I'm going through, which I've already spoke of, my anger. And I will just say this. I'm not an angry person ever in my life. Of course, I got in heated arguments with boyfriends and husbands and that kind of anger, yes, it's not a permanent anger. But this anger is lingering. And I do not know how to push it back or heal it or whatever you do with it. I'm angry at so many things and it bothers me a little bit. I don't know how to handle this kind of anger. I ordered some food for Sunday tomorrow for me and my children, the two that come and see me on Sundays. And I ordered it through Walmart website thinking that I was ordering it to go pick it up, and when I got finished it said thank you, more or less your food will be delivered. And I'm like, wait, what? I don't know if that cost me extra. I don't know yet, but it's not what I wanted to do, but I'm okay with it. It's just once, so it's not going to kill me. I have woke up these past 2 mornings. Well, it's kind of funny in a way. I'll say this first. I woke up sometime last night thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to set my alarm for work. And then I woke up this morning thinking I was late for work and I don't work today. So I ended up turning off my alarms. But with that being said, this morning and yesterday morning, I woke up yesterday morning with my alarm. But this morning, I woke up and turned my alarms off before they went off. Yesterday morning, when my alarms went off, I grabbed my phone and went to turn it off, and my light reflected to the corner of my room where my head is. And I saw what looked like molecules, energy. They weren't moving. They were just stationary. And it was in the corner, and it was probably about 5 foot, maybe 5.5 feet, not moving, just staying put. Usually I see it move, the energy move. And so I set it real quick so I can get a better view of it, and it dissolved through the wall. And this morning I seen it, and I don't know why I didn't look. Maybe in my head I thought, well, you're going to leave anyway, so what's the purpose in me getting up trying to look at something that's not going to be there much longer? Those are the only kind of visits that I've had. Oh, there was a transparent something going across my ceiling. It was either last night or the night before. But I woke up like it woke me up, and I'm looking at it thinking, what is that? And it was just kind of doing whatever it was doing across my ceiling, I saw something similar not too long ago that looked like a horse, like a miniature horse, about this big, probably as big as my head. And it looked like it was just galloping across my ceiling. And I'm sitting there thinking, some of these things are strange that I see. Not much more going on with my life. I think I told you in the video before this one that I got a credit card, and it was just $300 credit card. But I'm going to keep that up, build me some credit, and hopefully either building the credit card up, the balance higher, where I can use it for a down payment on land or something, or I might use it to take very small trips for myself, in which I feel that I deserve. I have been craving to go and do something somewhere. What, I don't know. Like a very small road trip to I don't know where, maybe. I'm expecting my delivery any minute, and I can't look at my phone because I'm using my phone. But it's supposed to be here any minute. So I've been watching movies all day today. I've watched Greenland, and right now the second Avatar is on, and I don't remember what I watched before that one. Oh, Zombies Are Alive, something like that. It's a newer kind of movie. And I watched that one through my Stars app. So the guy who just delivered my food must not have air conditioning in his car, because one of the foods I got was ice cream sandwiches, and they're pretty melted. But I've been wanting it all day, so I'm going to eat it while I talk to you. Look at it. It's all melted. So I had to get up and clean myself up a little bit because it's oozing out. So I hope you guys are doing well. I've been catching glimpses of what's going on in France for the last day or so about the riots and stuff. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to have to read about it once I get off of here. I'm going to try to edit this video and stick it out today, hopefully. There is a city, I don't know if you'd call it a city. It's a very small community off of the city that I live in. And I've lived there once, actually, and I really liked it. And it's kind of country in a way, and it's out of city limits. And I've always thought I would love to own land one day in this place. And so one day I hope I can do that. I really like the place. And if it is actually out of the city limits, I already have an idea of how I want my house. I kind of want a small house, kind of like a tiny house, but on the bigger size of the tiny house. And then I want a container coming off the end of it to form like an L. And the container, I want to have a mudroom. And that's going to be like a hallway, actually. I want a mudroom, and I want my washer and dryer in that container. And I'm not sure what else. Maybe a pantry, kitchen pantry, and a linen pantry. I've always wanted both. You can never find a house that has both. It's pretty sad, actually. I had hoped that there was one in this apartment because in the diagram, it showed that there was one, but there's not. And also showed that my closet was bigger, and it's not. And I actually have a clothing rack in my bedroom with clothes on it because I just don't have enough room. And I have two of my winter coats hanging on a hook on top of my bedroom door. So that's a ripoff in itself right there. But I'm thinking that that's kind of what I want. On my tiny house, I don't want upstairs, strictly because I have so many problems with my tendons that I don't want to be an old woman having to get up and down the stairs to my bedroom. And if I fall, nobody's going to know for a while. And I would like somebody to know, but I can't, so I don't want stairs. That was kind of jumbled, but I think you get the gist of it. I had once thought that I wanted a 2-story, well, I should say 1.5 stories in my tiny home. I wanted on one end built over the bathroom or the kitchen. I can't remember which one. but I saw it on YouTube once. A woman had it, gave it a little tour on about it. She'd go halfway up the stairs, and there was one small level, and I think it was her close. The whole level on that, I mean, it wasn't the whole level because the living room area was wide open, clear up to the ceiling. It was tall enough where she went up another level, if you want to call it that, and that was the bedroom. And I always thought, oh, I would want a tiny house just like that. So I'm not sure what else to talk about. Behind the scenes, you kind of don't know what goes on, but between my little story times, if you want to call it that, I take a long pause and I'm trying to think what else I can say, in which sometimes I don't know what else to say. So I'm probably going to end this here. And I hope you guys are doing well. I love you. I almost said I love you both. Maybe there's just two of you watching this on this video. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to send you love, light, and peace. Bye.